We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're ready. All right, everybody. Call to order our regular meeting of August 19, 2026. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
He'll be absent.
Commissioner Beck,
He will also be absent.
Commissioner Chauncey,
I'm here.
Commissioner Eversole,
Here.
Commissioner Graham,
Still here.
Commissioner Helton,
Here.
Dr. Highlander, Dr. Mackey,
Here.
Commissioner Sharp,
Here.
Commissioner Shipley, Chairman Smith.
Here, our invocation and pledge will be by Commissioner Sharp. Please rise.
Thank you, Chairman. Dr. Steve Highlander will be performing the invocation today, and then I will lead us in the pledge. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Let's pray. Great God of the universe, we acknowledge you as the creator of all, and Lord is the all-knowing one. Father, we ask for your wisdom in everything that we do. Bless each and every person in our county, every single one of us, Lord. Thank you for all your blessings to us, and help us honor you in all that we do. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
If you'll face the flag and render the proper salute, I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Presentation.
Yep. Mr. Mayor, give us just a moment. I'm gonna break the order here on, we have 2 presentations that are announced, but we actually will end up having 3. But the first one that we're gonna do this evening, since our guest just arrived, Commissioner Eversole, would you like to make the introduction, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chairman. We have the honor this evening of having the 2026 Dizzy Dean World Series champions from Ooltewah Youth Association, the 6-year-old and under team with us this afternoon. So, got our head coach, Lindley. If you'll come to the front and introduce your coaches, and then we'll introduce the players.
Sure.
You're over here.
Assistant Coach David Virgin, Travis Cook, and Emily Ledbetter.
So, Mayor, when you talk about our youth, this is our youth. This is our youth. And we're proud of them too. They went to South Haven and they came back with the big trophy. Big trophy. So we will introduce the players. We'll give them a little mark. We'll take pictures.
Gotcha.
And then we'll be done.
Okay. I have one move away, but we'll say her name anyway. Everly Brady.
Okay.
And then Emma Cook. Come here, girl.
Fist bump. Good job. There you go.
Kinsley Harris.
Fist bump. Good job.
Skylar Jones.
Fist bump. Good job, Scott.
Thariah Greer.
Good job.
Evelyn Virgin.
Good job.
Madison Wilkerson.
Good job.
Leilani Grant. Marley Stone,
Good job.
Riley Spinelli,
Good job.
Aaliyah Allen,
Good job.
and one that couldn't make it, Savannah Hartwell.
We'll give you the two for the ones that didn't make it, and the
Okay.
one that moved away, we'll find them somewhere.
Okay.
And then coaches, if you all will come to the front, what we will present you, that you can hang at the big building, the Ooltewah Youth Association, that has the roll-up doors. So we will present you with the plaque. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll take pictures, so we'll get the team kind of
Come here,
scrunched up here. Get the mayor in here with us. Mayor,
Riley, Aaliyah, and Marley.
you want fist bump, high five?
This is a cool bird. Congratulations, lady. Who gets to hold that?
Hey, come in the middle.
Yeah, go in the middle.
Right here.
I'm back to that.
Scotland, come to this side, baby. There you go.
You see everybody?
Skylar, can you see the camera? If you can't see the camera, they can't see you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All of you.
Congratulations.
Got to thank you.
All right, we've got another presentation. Commissioner Graham, would you like to make the introduction, sir?
Mr. Chairman, I have done this for a long time, and this gentleman that we're about to honor as an outstanding community servant is really and truly the meaning of that. He is an outstanding community servant. He's reached out to me, and I've been able to reach out to him for several years to get a lot of things done for his little community, and there's nobody that stands up more for any community than Terry McCullough. If I could, Terry, would you come up here? If I could get this read into the record, please.
Hamilton County, Tennessee Board of Commissioners, on behalf of its citizens, confers on Terry McCullough the title of Outstanding Community Servant. On behalf of the officials and citizens of Hamilton County, we would like to honor you for your leadership and dedication to Hamilton County and the Oak Hills community. Having lived in Oak Hills for 65 years, you have devoted much of your life to strengthening and uplifting the community you call home. Since the establishment of the Oak Hills Neighborhood Association in 2011, you have demonstrated unwavering leadership and a steadfast commitment to improving the quality of life for residents. You have consistently taken the time to recognize and honor individuals and organizations whose service has made a meaningful difference in the community, including Hamilton County EMS, the Chattanooga Fire Department, Hamilton County Commissioner District 11, Black-owned businesses, and many other deserving community servants. Your dedication to preserving and honoring the history of the Alton Park community is also evident through your efforts to work with the City of Chattanooga to recognize 4 lifelong legends by having streets named in their honor: Miss Rosemary Porter, Miss Florence High, Mr. Milton Jackson, and Miss Emma Choice. While you have spent countless years recognizing the accomplishments and service of others, today we recognize you for the outstanding service you have given to your community. Your leadership, compassion, perseverance, and commitment have earned you the respect and admiration of countless residents. Your service is a testament to the power of one individual to make a lasting and positive impact on a community. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the County of Hamilton that this Outstanding Community Servant Award be conferred. Presented this 19th day of August, 2026, Joe Graham, Hamilton County Commissioner, District 11.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Let's take it.
I couldn't go away without saying at least one thing. I know y'all busy.
Please come on up to the mic and say
Yes.
it.
This man right here is absolutely been nothing but wonderful commissioner of my area. And also Mr. Mackey before him was outstanding. If it wasn't from this man right here told me to stay focused, stay straight, and be faithful, I wouldn't be here today. He led me down that road. But then after he came, Mr. Graham came. This man right here have been in events. He's been in churches with me. Normally, a white gentleman would not go to a black church. But this man right here have entered a lot of the events and whatnot. He ain't been nothing but spectacular. A wonderful gentleman. And I want to acknowledge you and say thank you. I gave him an award. Sure did. I thank y'all for your time, and I thank you for the award.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
McCullough. Hey, Commissioner Mackey, do you have a comment?
Mayor Chair,
Please.
Mr. McCullough, I totally agree with what Commissioner Graham said about your service to the community. A lot of people don't think well of Alton Park, Oak Hill, but this man has gone above and beyond to serve the people in his community, to clean it up, to beautify it, to help the people in that district and oversee the development of that community. You know, Commissioner Graham, before you became the chair of that district, I was there, and this man is a worker. He drove me and enlisted my help to get things done, and I just hope you continue in your good work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, you bet. Thank you. Mr. Mayor, you had a few comments you'd like to make in our under presentation, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll take the first crack at this. I'm sure all of you will have something to add, but I wanted to start the meeting off. And we, here in the minute when I wrap up, we'll present a token of our appreciation to 3 gentlemen who've served this county extremely well. Over the last 4 years, I've learned a lot from all 3 of them. I want to start by talking about Commissioner Beck, who couldn't be here tonight. Some of you have served with Mr. Beck for some time. He became, among other things, an incredible mentor of mine over the last 4 years. Statesman, a person who cares deeply about our community, often brought a sort of seriousness and then a sense of humor, had an ability to read the room like few elected officials can, and just a very dignified public servant. Grateful for his lifetime of service to Hamilton County, including this most recent 4-year stint in which we all got to work with him. And so we'll make sure that we deliver this token of our gratitude to him. Next, we got 2 guys over here to the left who share a lot in common, frankly, in the way that they represent their parts of Hamilton County. Joe Graham is son of Lookout Valley. Nobody in the history of Lookout Valley has married as far up as Joe did. He's known widely for that accomplishment in his life, but he is a humble, diligent public servant, and we've all enjoyed working with you. Our staff has learned a lot about the dynamics of county government, how you analyze things well, ask a lot of the right questions. I think it is significant to point out, because it's something that all of us can emulate in our service, the extent to which Joe Graham diligently represented every community, whether that's a municipality or a neighborhood association. He has to have about the highest neighborhood association or community meeting attendance record in the history of this county commission. And that's a sacrifice that Letitia and their children and grandchildren made to our county, because few nights, at least when I would call him, few nights was Joe Graham at home. And grateful for your service, grateful to work alongside you, and we'll keep working together to serve the parts of our county that you care so much about. Mike Chauncey is much newer to politics and county government. Mike's a quiet guy. In fact, one thing that a few of these gentlemen have in common is that they listen more than they talk. Certainly been a staple of Mike Chauncey's leadership. I have come to know Mike really well. He is Central High grad, but he's an East Ridge man, cares deeply about that community that he got to serve on the city council for. I think prided himself on really caring and going deep on the issues that he knew the most about, not always having to offer an opinion on everything, something I could learn from. It's something that all of us could learn from. But the better I got to know him, I think part of what separated him from a lot of us who enter politics is that Mike's not a guy who cares about who gets the attention. He's a guy who cares about the work, cares about his community. And he's a kind of a larger than life personality. I feel like this is a good time to disclose that our office referred to him as Chauncey Daddy internally. He will continue to be the Chauncey Daddy. He carries himself with this. You see this smile right here. Got a great spirit. I don't know how many of us in elected office would be described as just having a great spirit, but he and Misty are dear people. And so I just wanted to say my part about, what an honor it's been. I'll say, to both of you, and this is also true for Mr. Beck, and one of the things that we will continue to be involved in and I hope proud of for years to come is that all of the high schools in all 3 of your districts will have hundreds and hundreds of students for years to come who will have career and technical opportunities through Franklin Roberts, right? Both Howard and Lookout Valley and all East Ridge students in the fall of 2028 will begin to have these opportunities. And that's something that we got to work on really closely together. But I don't think until middle schoolers here over the next year begin to hear about these opportunities will it get real for the students and parents in y'all's commission district, just how significant this facility is going to be and these programs are going to be in the lives of young people. So thanks for your commitment to the next generation of leaders of families, businesses, of our workforce. And with that, I'll turn it over. Undoubtedly, I know many of y'all have some comments about your colleagues, but it's been a real honor to work with y'all, and I intend to continue working with you. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate that. I don't have any lights. I think people may be holding out for announcements. Oh, we'll take one. Highlander, Commissioner.
I'd like to say amen to everything the mayor said. All 3 of these gentlemen have been wonderful guys to work with, and whether we agreed or disagreed, we've always come away and come to an understanding, and we can talk with each other. And I appreciate all 3 of them, and I want to thank them for their service.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, Commissioners, I didn't get a chance to work with Chauncey as long as I wish I could have and would have, but I saw in him a person who was going to do very good work for his community, and going to miss you. Joe Graham and I have served together many years, and it seems Joe was beginning to shift more towards the left, towards the right side. But Joe, gonna miss you and enjoyed working with you. Thank you, sir.
A minute until Mikey insulted Joe. No, Joe, Mike, Greg, been an honor working with you guys. I mean, an honor. And I've only learned things from y'all that helped me. And we're going to miss you. I'm going to miss you bad. And y'all take care of yourself, come see us, and help guide this county. Help us when you say we need help. Thank you.
Commissioner Graham.
I'll wait till announcement. So I just wanted to recognize that my entire family, even my grandchildren, my son's on duty. I don't know why he's here, but my entire family is here to be at my last meeting.
Sir. All right, no further lights. We will move on. We have minutes needing entered and recorded for August 5th, 2026 agenda meeting, August 5th, 2026 regular meeting. What's the will of the commission? We've got a motion by Commissioner Eversole, second by Commissioner Chauncey. Lights, no standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversole.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley, Chairman Smith.
Yes. Madam Clerk, we have 4 reports entered into the record.
Will do, Chairman.
Thank you. Takes us to resolutions. Madam Clerk, please read 826-12.
Resolution 826-12, a resolution to approve and accept applications for notary public positions, the bonds and oaths of notaries previously elected, the oaths of deputy sheriffs, and the oaths of deputy county clerks.
Motion approved.
Second.
We've got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Highlander. All right, on standing, roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes. 826-12 passes. Madam Clerk, 826-13, please.
Resolution 826-13, a resolution to amend the fiscal year 2027 general fund expenditures budget in the amount of $150,000 from fund balance of the general fund for compensation and other expenditures for the special judge appointed by the governor of the state of Tennessee to serve the General Sessions Court effective July 27, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Shipley. See no lights, no one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes. This now would be an ample opportunity to put such judge on the spot if anybody would like to call her to the mic to make any comments. Anybody? Anybody? I knew somebody'd have to bite. Miss Lund, would you mind coming up?
Good evening, everyone, or maybe afternoon. It's been a long day over at the courthouse, but I'm deeply humbled to serve during Judge Starnes' temporary vacancy. Hamilton County, in particular, District 3, is where my family has chosen to make their home. My husband owns a business here, and we're raising our family here. We care very deeply about this community, and I'm honored to have an opportunity to serve through the court system. I have already begun my time over there at the courthouse, and there is an incredible team of clerks, of deputies, court officers, bailiffs. I have a couple of my judges who have joined, my colleague judges who have joined me today, a couple who couldn't but had intended to be here. But thank you guys so much, and I really look forward to serving the community just as each of you do.
Well, congratulations, Judge Lund.
And thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Commissioner Highlander?
Thank you, Chairman. Ma'am, thank you so much for your willingness to serve. We appreciate it. We want to support you. And I would ask for everyone to extend their prayers for Judge Starnes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Madam Clerk, moving on, let's get to, please read 826-14.
Resolution 826-14, a resolution confirming the joint reappointment by the county mayor and the mayor of the city of Chattanooga of Shay Cofer to the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Air Pollution Control Board for a 4-year term ending August 17th, 2030.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion by Commissioner Helton, second by Commissioner Chauncey. All right, is standing? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham? Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes, 826-14 passes. Madam Clerk, 826-15, please.
Resolution 826-15, a resolution authorizing the appointment of Jonathan T. Turner to the Hamilton County Community Corrections Advisory Board to fill the unexpired term of Jonathan Wilson for a term ending June 30th, 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Helton. All right, standing, roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes. 826-15 passes. Madam Clerk, 826-16 has been requested to be withdrawn, so without objection, 826-16 is withdrawn at this time. Let's move on and please read 826-23.
Resolution 826-23, a resolution approving the purchase of 2 vehicles amounting to $94,732.60 from Wilson County Motors from the state contract SWC-209 for the Office of Emergency Management and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Hilton, second by Commissioner Sharp. All right, so standing, roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes, 826-23 passes. Madam Clerk, 826-24, please.
Resolution 826-24, a resolution approving the purchase and delivery of drones and all associated equipment from Axon Enterprise, Inc. from the Sourcewell Purchasing Corporative amounting to $493,844 for the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Shipley, second by Commissioner Hilton. We have no lights, but we do have somebody standing. Please feel free to come up. You'll have 3 minutes. Name and address for the record, please.
side. And this will be the last time I get to encourage my county commissioner to not approve such a concerning item. Axon, I believe, is just another name, like just flock in another name in our corporation. Also spending almost $500,000 on drones is very concerning right now in this time and era. Like, I don't really see the need for us to be investing in more surveillance. Like, what are the drones for? Are we really that scared of our neighbors, our community? I don't understand this purpose of this, spending this money right now for this equipment. So I would like a little bit of a deeper kind of explanation of why we need this equipment and table or push this. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Wright. Commissioner Graham, I see your light, sir.
Yeah. I'm going to address the drones for you. There was a few years past when our community or our county didn't have the drones, and there was a lady that drove off. Nobody knew it, but she went off the side of Signal Mountain, and she was presumed missing for a very long time. When winter finally came, then I think it was a Jeep, but her vehicle was then discovered, and she was passed away inside the vehicle. If we'd have had a drone then, and we've had drones since then, but if we'd have had a drone then, they could have used that drone to fly over the area where she was presumed missing, or fly her over the rural areas where you can't hardly get to by foot for searching purposes. So the drones are going to mostly be used for search and rescue, and they will be proven, and they have proven, to save lives, lots of them. So, and the drones are going to be able to be used with strict regulation by the federal government. I mean, so strict that if anybody in the sheriff's department uses them improperly, they'll actually be fired for it. So the drones have got a lot of laundry list of strict regulations that they have to use. They can't fly over somebody's swimming pool. They can't fly over somebody's backyard unless they're in a pursuit of search and rescue. So I get your concerns, and I totally understand what you're saying. We don't want any more Big Brother, but on the same token, these are for emergency needs to save lives.
I'm going to miss talking with you about this and disagreeing with you because it's one of my favorite things to do. I really do appreciate your representation, but I will say that it doesn't restrict the usage for just search and rescue. And for me, when a thing is written in a certain way and there's not those restrictions on it, again, I hear you. I want to make sure that people who wander off into the wilderness we can find. But the federal government currently is getting through all the misuses of flock cameras right now and arresting lots of people. And I just feel like we should really be looking at spending this money right now, not on a bunch of drones that we don't have again, if there's some sort of write-in that says, okay, this is what we're going to use it for, that's fine. But in this climate that we're currently in, it's a bad look right now to be purchasing these. So just encouraging, maybe not no, but maybe a little bit more restrictions on usage.
Thank you, Ms. Wright. Commissioner Highlander, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. If I could, I'd like to, with your permission, Chairman, I'd like to, several of my constituents had similar statements to yours. And so I've talked to the sheriff, and with your permission, I'd like for the sheriff to address some of the things that she said. If you'll yield the mic to the sheriff, I'd like to hear what he has to say about this, where the money comes from and what the uses will be. Do you mind? Thank you, Sheriff.
Don't mind at all. Good afternoon, good evening. So give a little history. The sheriff's office was the first agency regionally around Hamilton County to create a drone program back in 2016. So we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary. They've been very successful. We've located 34, a little over 34 missing and danger of fleeing subjects. We've invested about $1.2 million over that 10 years. It's a partnership with emergency management. Director Adams is back here. So these are used for law enforcement purposes and an overall public safety platform. Tornadoes, floods, things of that nature. And it's already regulated by Tennessee Code Annotated 39-13-609, which is the Freedom from Unwarranted Surveillance Act. So we're very strictly regulated by state legislature on the use of those. And the only exemptions for that is imminent danger, fugitive or hostage with continual aerial tracking, and missing persons with a expanded search coverage. So they're very well regulated. We would be crippled as a law enforcement agency. Any agency in Hamilton County would, if we don't have this technology. And give you an example, if we have a missing person, we may have to call 25 deputies out on overtime, expending resources where this keeps us from doing that. And it is a dual response. Most all responses, large scales done between my office and Director Adams.
And also the finances, we're not having to dig out more. It's coming from your budget. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir. It's budgeted capital. And this will be a 2-year service agreement with, it's Skydio is the brand, and their partnership with Axon. Important to note, comment made about Axon being flock. It's not. It's not a LPR system. What we use shortly after coming to the sheriff's office as chief deputy, I implemented the body cam program, which is Axon, the in-car camera program with that, interview room technology, our taser products, and this body approved that with a 10-year agreement. And it's an incredible public safety tool that we can't work without. It builds transparency.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Chairman.
Sure. Commissioner Sharp, you have a question, sir?
I do, Chairman. Thank you. Sheriff, my question's for you.
Yes,
If you don't mind addressing this, there's been some recent laws passed in Washington that has had an effect on the drone usage in localities here included, right? Is this to replace those drones that we can no longer use?
it is, and that's an important point. So we had about 26 individual drones. We're down to 8. Federal regulations and state statute prohibits us from continuing to use a DJI product, which is Chinese made. We're regulated to an American-made product, which Skydio fulfills that. So we've got to get our product back up to where we're at and with American-made, which this covers that.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I thought that was the case, and I just thought it was an important point to note for the community. Thank you, Sheriff. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Shipley.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thanks for looking after us. Drones can be used in school shootings in so many incidents. LPRs are one of the best things I've ever seen in law enforcement for the public, for everyone. Safety. Keep up the good work and make sure you keep criminals. If you ain't a criminal, you don't have to worry about cameras. That's it.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Just one quick note. There is a lot of controversy surrounding certain products, and I want to make sure that we're transparent with the public that we serve. I think it's important that when people come in and ask questions, that we answer those because we serve them, not ourselves. So I'm always available either at my office or here in a public format to answer questions on any of our operations at the sheriff's office.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, we've got a motion and a second. No lights, no one else standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley?
Yes.
Chairman Smith?
Yes, 826-24 passes. Madam Clerk, 826-25, please.
Resolution 826-25, a resolution accepting the donation of used computer equipment valued at approximately $4,099 and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Chauncey. No lights, no one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes, 826-25 passes. Madam Clerk, We need to jump down to 826-30, please.
Resolution 826-30, a resolution to amend Resolution 626-31 by changing the designated recipient of the appropriation of $100,000 for the In-School Homelessness Initiative from the McClellan Foundation to the Chattanooga Chamber Foundation, Chattanooga 2.0.
Got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Shipley. See no lights? Oh, light, no light? Okay. Commissioner Eversol.
I just want to make sure clarity on, thank you, Chairman. All this is changing the recipient. Everything else is the same.
Yes, sir. The program that it's supporting, the use of the funds is still exactly the same as what we adopted or what you
With the budget.
adopted when you adopted the 27 budget.
Okay, thank you, Lee.
Good, sir. No. No further lights, no one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander. Dr. Mackey.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes. All right, I understand we did have a late item added to the agenda. Each of you should have a copy in front of you. It is numbered 826-31. Madam Clerk, let's read that in and then we'll get an explanation.
Resolution 826-31, a resolution to authorize the county trustee to advance to certain county officers funds needed to begin a new term of office.
It's the will of the commission, so we can. Got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Shipley. Mr. Browner, before I go to lights, would you like to give us a high level here and then we'll get some questions answered?
Sure. This is basically a housekeeping resolution that for constitutional or for fee offices or constitutional officers that are accounted for on the fee basis, state law requires that when there is a change of office, the office holder that is going to be leaving office has to turn in all of their revenues, all of their funds to the general fund to basically end their service. And so what this resolution is to have the trustee have the ability to advance funds to the new incoming office holder so that they can operate offices until they generate enough fees to be able to cover the salaries or whatever other expenses that they pay for out of their office. So in this particular case, it's the county clerk. There's going to be a new county clerk effective September 1. And the clerk and master is changing position to a new clerk and master position. So in that regard, all those offices by law are required to turn in all their funds. And then the new person, that this is simply to give us authority to give them money to start operating the next year.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go to a few lights. Commissioner Mackey.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Browner, that wasn't one of the issues we discussed earlier, is it?
No, this actually came to our attention after we had Finance Committee earlier today.
Okay.
So,
And this is not something that was left off budget, was it?
no, there is no budget effect to this resolution at all. It's simply basically to have the trustee be able to advance funds, and then those funds will be paid back when that elected incoming officer generates enough fees to be able to pay their salaries of their offices and pay the monies back.
Thank you, Chair.
Good, sir. Commissioner Highlander.
Thank you, Chairman. Lee, correct me if I'm wrong, so they would not take the same amount of money that was left and return it to the new incoming official. Is that correct?
That is one way that this could be handled, but in this case, I believe what we normally do is we just simply turn over 100% of the funds that department had, and then we compute what is an amount that this office, what's a reasonable amount to give them to start their next term.
Okay.
Again, it could have been exactly the same monies as what was just previously turned in, but probably in this case, we will not.
It just would seem prudent to give them the same amount back to me, but, rather than, unless they needed more, but I wouldn't think they would, but, okay, well, thank you very much.
Good, sir. Commissioner Graham.
Lee, I love your accountant talk, but in layman's terms, this is a self-funded offices, and they have to generate the revenue that actually make their offices work. So this is a minor loan from another self-funded office to get them started through their new term. And then in the times that they're collecting their fees, they'll not only have fees to operate their office, but then they'll also pay this loan back to the trustee, correct?
Correct, except for the case that it's really not a self-funded office. These fees are generally covering only the salaries for those offices. Generally, the employee compensation or the benefits costs are paid for through the general fund for these offices, and the vast majority of their operating expenses are paid for through the general fund. So the only thing the fees are used for are to cover the salaries for those fee officials that are operating under the fee basis.
But this is a fee-driven office, and that's the way that's been set up by the state years ago.
Again, it's one of the options the state has. It's how we have operated for many years, but there are other ways they could operate, but it is how the state authorizes us to operate and how we are operating.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Good, sir. Commissioner Sharp.
Thank you, Chairman. I think I understand this, but I could be wrong. My question is, and maybe more than one question. So there are fees that have been collected at the clerk and master's office and the county clerk's office, correct?
Yes, sir.
And those fees that have been collected and are currently in those offices will be transferred to the trustee's office?
What generally happens by the state statute that we operate on, there's twice a year, those offices that operate under the fee basis will turn over any excess fees they have. And we budget for that in the general fund. So usually it's in September or the end of September and April that those offices will turn in all fees that they have collected up to that time, except that we do allow them to retain a little bit for paying salaries again. So, long story is, in this case, the new officer coming in, we cannot leave them with no funds coming in, because if they have a paycheck due the next Friday, they will not have the funds to cover them. So it's a short-term accounting method that we're using, and it's authorized by state law to do it this way.
Okay. And how much money are we talking about?
I don't know in this case. I will defer to Brooke. By any chance, have you looked at that?
If I may, Chairman.
Please.
I have not. That's something I'm working on right now. This literally came out, with today. At the end of the day, we've got this resolution, hence it's a late item. But basically, it's the same calculation that we do twice a year when we do excess fees. We keep a month's worth of payroll and we turn over everything out of our accounts back to you, and that's how you balance your budgets with excess fees. It's the same concept. We're just calling it a little something different because we got to change an elected official.
So our new county clerk elect, this is something that you're comfortable with? And
Yes.
it's something that's been
Yes.
done time and time again.
Now, it's not been done since I've been in this office. Bill
Okay.
Knowles has been the clerk for 50+ years, so
Right.
this is a new thing for us. But yes, based
Okay.
on state law, this is exactly how we should do it.
So once this happens, is there any revenue that remains somewhere other than back in the clerk's office, and where would that be? And the two offices that we're talking about?
That revenue that we're going to be turning over to you is going to be the same amount of money that we would have turned over to you in excess fees in September. It's all
Right.
happening around the same time.
Okay.
So he's already budgeted for that in his budget, correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think
It's no
that's,
new money.
that sounds good. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you both.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Ebersol.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. I just want a clarity around, I 3 times I heard it says, we will give back what we think the office needs to operate on. We can't do what we think. We've got to make sure that she has funding to operate her office. So there has to be a formula.
Absolutely.
that
Yes,
we
and
do.
we've been in communications and we know we've got to leave enough money in there for checks to clear. We've got to have enough money in there to meet payroll. We've got some escrow accounts that, we don't own their other people's money. So all of that will be factored in and then we'll agree on that final number.
Perfect. I just want to make sure there's clarity around it. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. No further lights. No one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey. Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes. 826-31 passes. All right, that ends our resolutions for committee as a whole. So we will move on to our other committees, starting with Building and Economic Development. Commissioner Shipley, you have 4 resolutions, sir.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, 826-17.
Resolution 826-17, a resolution authorizing the county mayor on behalf of Hamilton County to enter into and execute a construction manager at-risk agreement with the Hamilton County Department of Education and Hoare Construction LLC for construction of the Franklin Roberts Future Ready Center.
I move for approval.
All right, we got a light to it. I've got a motion by Commissioner Shipley, second by Commissioner Graham. Commissioner Mackey, I see your light.
Mr. Chairman, how critical is it that we act on this right away? Because I heard a number that said if we continue to do what we were doing at the BCD, it would be 5 million. But if we try to transfer this over to the new school, it would be 30 million. And I'd just like to get some clarity on it and maybe need a week or so to find out.
Chairman, call on Todd Lehman, please.
Sir.
Yes, sir. So this is a construction manager at risk for construction of the Franklin Roberts Center. I believe it goes in front of the school board tomorrow. Sorry, he corrected me. It went last week and they approved it. So this is to go ahead and move forward to try to make sure that we're on a construction schedule to, as we just heard, open that school hopefully in fall of 2028. So the current schedule is the design consultant is 100% design development, about 40% done with his design contract. This will release about 5 months of a lot of interaction with the contractor to get a guaranteed max price so we can start on this project first of next year. And so I would say it's to keep the project moving forward, we need to go ahead and make a decision to move forward with this construction manager.
So you know,
Chairman, got a motion and a second. I call for the vote.
all right, I have no further lights. No one standing. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey.
Pass.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes.
Commissioner Mackey.
Nope.
826-17 passes.
Madam Clerk, 826-18.
Resolution 826-18, a resolution to authorize the county mayor to enter into and execute an exclusive listing agreement with NAI Charter Real Estate Corporation relative to property owned by Hamilton County.
Move for approval.
Second.
All right, got a motion to approve by Commissioner Shipley, second by Commissioner Helton. Commissioner Sharp, I see your light.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. I just wanted to state on this resolution, if this is a project that we actually move forward with, I have no issue with NAI Charter Real Estate Corporation at all. But not knowing if this in fact will move forward ethically, I don't believe we should charge them to do this work until we know that factually moving forward. So I'm not going to support this resolution, but I do want just to have a point of clarity here that it's nothing to do with the company or anything to do with them. It's just I don't believe that we should ask someone to do work that we do not know if we're going to actually follow through with. Thank you, Chairman.
All right, thank you, sir. No further lights.
We got a motion and a second.
Yep. Roll call.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Nope.
Commissioner Sharp,
No.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. 826-18 passes.
Madam Clerk, 826-19.
Resolution 826-19, a resolution authorizing the county mayor on behalf of Hamilton County to enter into and execute a purchase agreement with the Hamilton County Department of Education and Young Men's Christian Association of Metropolitan Chattanooga for the purchase and use of real property located on Hickson Pike, authorizing the county mayor to execute any and all documents necessary.
Move for approval.
Second.
All right, I got a motion by Commissioner Shipley, second by Commissioner Helton. No lights, no one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes, 826-19 passes.
826-20, please.
Resolution 826-20, a resolution to appropriate proceeds from the 2024A bond issue of $162,327 to Hamilton County Schools for the installation of a synthetic turf field at Nolan Elementary School and $100,000 to Hamilton County Schools for playground and field improvements at Red Bank Elementary School.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Shipley, second by Commissioner Highlander. Seeing no lights, no one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes, 826-20 passes. That's all our items in Building and Economic Development. We're moving on to Health and Human Services. In Commissioner Baker's absence, I will take those. We have two items there. Madam Clerk, let's bundle these, 826-21 and 826-22.
Resolution 826-21, a resolution authorizing the county mayor on behalf of Hamilton County, Tennessee, the Health and Social Services Division, operating as the Hamilton County Health Department, to sign a continuing contract with the Tennessee Department of Health in the amount of $313,200 for the provision of immunization services for the period of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2030. Resolution 826-22, a resolution authorizing the county mayor on behalf of Hamilton County, Tennessee, the Health and Social Services Division, operating as the Hamilton County Health Department, to sign a continuation contract with the Tennessee Department of Health in the amount of $338,600 to provide tuberculosis control services in Hamilton County for the period of July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2027.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Highlander, second by Commissioner Graham. See no lights, no one standing. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes, 826-21 and 826-22 pass. That takes us to Public Works and Zoning. Commissioner Highlander, you have four resolutions, sir.
Okay. Let me see, we're starting with 826-26.
Yes, sir.
Would you read 826-26, please, ma'am?
Resolution 826-26, a resolution accepting the bid of APAC Atlantic, Inc., doing business as Tally Construction for the Snow Hill at Shorttail Springs Road Improvements Project, amounting to $1,860,427.04 for Hamilton County Public Works, and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
Second.
Okay, thank you. We have Commissioner Shipley made the motion and Commissioner Hilton made the second. So call, any comments?
No lights. Oh, yeah, we do. Commissioner, we've got a couple. Commissioner Sharp.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. I'm going to support this resolution because I believe that we do need to invest more in our road infrastructure, particularly in these areas that are experiencing substantial growth. I just want to note for the record that it states here funding other. This other, as I understand it from our last meeting, was a fund, an account created for road projects. If I'm not mistaken, that has been funded from our fund balance previously. Is that accurate?
Mr. Brown.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all. Thank you, Chairman.
Commissioner Eversole.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. I want to be on the record because I know Snow Hill Road, we need prayers when we drive it. But I will tell you, this intersection, Short Tail Springs Road and Snow Hill Road is becoming more and more. And with in the past approval of development that's happened in that area, my ask and request as we continue to move forward, and we're doing more today than we've ever done, is I know we've got realtors here, and it's fine. We have to get partnership with developers to help us in these road projects instead of it just riding on the back of taxpayers throughout the whole county. So we've got to get the developers to help us with this. I know, Nathan, with what you've done on Ooltewah Georgetown Road, where we've got developers that are putting turn lanes in and decel lanes, has been great. Thank you for your work there. You and your team have done a fabulous job of that. But we've got to continue to go in that direction because these road improvements, we're going to need help. And we're going to need help with the developers helping us with these things in these areas that we're concentrating growth. And even though these were approved many months and even years ago, as we move forward, the developers, they need to help us. They got to come to the table. So thank you.
If Mr. Janeway, I've had Commissioner Eversole and I share this area. Snow Hill Road splits right down between our two districts, so it directly involves our constituents. But I want you to correct me if I'm wrong on this. Several of our constituents have said, why are the developers of those two new huge subdivisions not paying for it? Correct me if I'm wrong. The need for this was already assessed in 2022 before those two new subdivisions were even approved. So we could not ask them to do something that was already deemed to be necessary to be done. Am I way off base on this? Or if you could explain the situation, I would appreciate it.
Well, the opportunity that the commission has to ask for road improvements is during the rezoning phase. And I would just encourage this commission. I mean, I think our new planning department is going to make those recommendations when we think that is warranted. And I would just encourage the commission to take those recommendations seriously when we do make those recommendations, because statutorily under state law, that is when you all have the authority to ask for those types of improvements, in coordination with one of those zoning cases. After it gets past the zoning phase and we get to a platting phase, we can't require those unless a traffic study deems it necessary. In this case, when the traffic study was done at those two sites, those traffic studies are done basically just to say whether that particular subdivision is warranting the improvement. It doesn't mean that the improvement's not warranted. It just means that that particular development doesn't warrant that improvement. So if a traffic study doesn't call it out, we can't require it under state law. So again, when that should happen is back when the property is rezoned. I will say that we've had a couple studies done on Snow Hill Road and Hunter Road, the whole area. In fact, we've studied thoroughly at this point. And this particular intersection scores about twice as dangerous as your average state route, a little more than twice. And also, we know that there's homes coming, and so we're trying to plan ahead and make sure that we, address these things as they go. The other thing that I would point out too is that this particular intersection improvement did not require additional right-of-way. And so we were able to design it in-house under our fantastic engineering department. We were able to move forward into a construction phase without having to acquire right-of-way. That bumped this one up on the timeline ahead of some other ones that did require significant right-of-way acquisition. And so, I've seen a lot of comments about why did we do this one first? Well, it's because we could do this one quickly, and some of the other ones are going to take a little bit more time. So hopefully that reassures some of the public and some of the comments that we've heard. And again, I would just encourage this commission, as you review zoning cases, if we or others recommend traffic improvements as a part of those zoning cases, please take that seriously.
Thank you, sir. Chairman, we have had a motion and a second, have we not?
We have, sir. No further lights.
No further lights. We'll call for the vote, please.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes, 826-26 passes.
Thank you. Madam Chair, if you would, please, Madam Clerk, 826-27.
Resolution 826-27, a resolution approving an interlocal agreement among the City of Walden, the County Trustee, and Hamilton County relative to the collection of the City of Walden sanitation fees.
Hear a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any alliance, Chairman?
Nope, that's a motion by Commissioner Hilton, a second by Commissioner Sharp.
Correct.
No lights, no one standing.
Call for the
Roll
vote,
call.
please.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes, 826-27 passes.
Madam Clerk, if you would, pardon me. We've got 826-28 has been withdrawn. Correct, Mr. Lehman?
That's correct.
Thank you. So we will move on to 826-29.
Let's officially do that since it has not been read into the record. It was requested to be withdrawn. So without objection, it will be withdrawn at this time.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. If you would, please read 826-29.
Resolution 826-29, a resolution to consider an appeal and render a final decision on a special permit for a single-wide manufactured home located at 12632 Jones Gap Road.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay. Lance, please.
Commissioner Hilton has the light on, sir.
This doesn't directly pertain to this, but aren't we supposed to have the district attached to it in the agenda? It's just a housekeeping thing. I sure would like to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know where Jones Gap Road is.
I believe that's in District 1.
District
Am I
1.
correct?
Yeah, that's my district.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
sure
thought.
the planning commission never went and looked at this, so when we're ready to talk, we'll talk here.
Yeah, I'll make sure that's taken care of. Thank you, sir. Commissioner Shipley, you're next.
Well, don't know if anybody here tonight, and we didn't last time, that's for it. Are you here in favor? And are you the owner or are you from Clayton on?
Clayton.
Okay. And I have people here that is against opposed. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you, I think we had a motion and we had a second. I am dead against this. This sets directly in front of 750,000 and $1 million homes. That is the very reason that we'll have our own planning commission that'll go out and look at things like this before they do it. If the owner's not even here, the owner don't have enough reason to come here and y'all are here to represent the owner, that don't even look good to me. So gentlemen, I hope that we deny this. And I started my marriage in a single wide mobile home. I have no problem somebody living in one. I may live in one again one day, but there's a place for it and there's a place not, and not in front of $1 million homes. Thank you.
If I could call on Mr. Janeway if there are no other lights.
There are lights if you.
There are, I'm sorry.
If you want to go to those first.
Yeah, let me go to Mr. Janeway first. Could you give us the results of the planning commission on that, please, Mr. Any other thing you think is pertinent?
Yes, sir. We've got our presentation from Planning Commission here, and I can go through this quickly. And if you guys have questions after this, feel free. Basically, we did make the recommendation on this. The planning department did. There is no distinction in Plan Hamilton between types of single-family homes. Basically, it talks about density between countryside residential and suburban residential, and as you go up the scale, but there's no distinction between single-wide manufacturing homes, double-wide manufactured homes. They're all treated as single-family homes under Plan Hamilton. And so that's currently what we have to make a recommendation by. I will say if this commission has interest in us making distinctions and, trying to plot out where, areas for single family, for single wide versus double wide versus, non-manufactured homes, we can do that and make a plan amendment. But right now the plan doesn't specify. And so, this part of Commissioner Shipley's district in Plan Hamilton is countryside residential. That's a view from the street of the site. As Commissioner Shipley noted, it's mainly agricultural and larger homes around it. There is one double wide manufacturing home nearby, but also very large homes, as you can see on the PowerPoint. Again, because of the way the plan is written currently, this falls into countryside residential, which just specifies low density single family homes. And so that's what we have to go by at the moment. Again, happy to work on a revision to Plan Hamilton to better define those if this commission deems it necessary. The Planning Commission did support this request for a special permit. However, we received lots of emails and letters in opposition prior to and since. And also this application for a appeal to this body, which is allowable under our zoning code to deny the permit. So ultimately, it'll be your decision whether to allow or deny this.
Thank you, Mr. Janeway. I do think that we as a committee need to look at this. As a committee and as a whole commission, we need to look at an amendment here. Any other lights, Chairman?
Commissioner Graham, sir.
Commissioner Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I made a motion to get it on the floor. I'm going to go with the commissioner in District 1. I'm not going to be voting in support of this, but I just wanted the record to be clear why I made my motion was to get it on the floor so we could have this discussion. Thank you.
Thank you,
Commissioner
Mr. Graham.
Mr. Janeway answered my questions.
No further,
Question's been answered.
no further
No
lights,
further
sir.
lights. Let's call for the vote, please.
Let me specify here, just because there was a comment made about the intent of the vote, and we still have people that have a right to speak on this 3 minutes apiece. What is on the floor is a motion to approve at this time. I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Sir, please come up, name and address for the record. You'll have 3 minutes.
Y'all packets or anything like that? Is that allowed?
You'll just hand it to the deputy there.
I'm Stuart Sams, General Manager at Clayton Homes of Hickson. I pride myself in on affordable housing, and something that y'all all do too. I know you do. County governments, state governments, the whole country prides themselves on trying to find an answer to affordable housing, and that's something that we're doing every day. This is not a trailer park. It's not a subdivision. It's not a commercial property. It's one single residence. In the packet, you will see that this neighborhood, and if you've been there in some time in Jones Gap, is a country neighborhood area. It was established with manufactured housing. There are 12 in that area, more than one, there are 12. They were established from 1994 to 2000, 2001, 2002, 2004, 2008. They were already established in that area before the site-built homes that you have in this area were established. So it was already a diverse neighborhood. It was never established as one or the other. It's a very diverse area. And I drove by this morning. There are pictures as he attached from the driveway. Where the home location is, you cannot see the home from the driveway. You can't see it from the road. You can go at every angle and you can't see it at any angle. In the packet, there's also a neighborhood drawing. It shows all the highlighted areas, and within a 0.75 mile radius that there are 12 locations for manufactured housing there already before this one. I've also attached records that show that the rates of appreciation, not depreciation, appreciation in manufactured housing has gone up over 50% more than site-built homes in the past 5 years. So appreciation in manufactured housing has gone up more than site-built housing. It doesn't cause any deter to the value, which is in an email from the listing agent from across the road. The $1.5 million listing, she has an email that I got in the last in the packet. It actually shows that she feels like, I do not believe the placement of the single section manufactured home nearby would have any significant impact on the value or marketability of the property I currently have listed at $1.5 million. From appraisal standpoint, they don't appraise the same, substantially different in property type, construction size. It's also considered, she said in her words, it is also important to consider the existing character of Jones Gap area. This is not a neighborhood consistent exclusively with one type of special type of housing. So this area was established as manufactured housing area before that. It's an answer to affordability of housing. And it is in the simplest terms to help a single family home, somebody who cannot afford a site-built home for $750,000, $500,000, or even $450,000, to help them put a roof over their head, to be able to afford what they can, and to be able to help them support their special needs children and their family going forward. That's all I have.
Thanks, sir. Are you for or against, sir?
I'm for it.
Are you going to speak? Wish to speak?
Yeah, I can. Yes, please.
Do you want to?
I would like to, yes.
Do we have?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do we, 1 second before we go to the next speaker, I do have a few lights. Would you, Commissioner Sharp, Commissioner Shipley, do you want to wait until the last person speaks?
And if
Sir,
we have
please.
anyone against that would like to speak, please get in line by the wall. Come ahead, sir. Name and address, please.
Yes. My name is Jonathan McAvina. I work at Clayton Homes at Hickson, 620 Boy Scout Road. I want to talk about the actual house itself. The house is going to be put on a permanent foundation. It's going to be anchored to the ground. It's going to have decks built to Hamilton County code. It's going to pass an inspection by the state of Tennessee before the customer can even move in. We're not just going to roll the house up the hill and just let it go. This is going to be somebody's home. We are going to be doing this for a family. And the reason that they're not here is because they have a family with a special needs kid. That's why they're not here. But he would love to be here. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. And those in opposition have 3 minutes. Up to 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Your name is Robert Kern. I live at 12669 Jones Gap Road, which is directly across from the property in question. This is, without exception, a manufactured home by definition. The reason the manufactured homes prices have appreciated in the last 5 years is because the general cost of residential housing has increased dramatically in the last 5 years. They still remain secondary to single-family homes. The addition of this manufactured home is a second residence on this property, not a single residence. It makes two. It also sets a precedent for the issue of these special permits. Yeah, there may be 12 manufactured homes in a general area. There are several hundred stick-built homes in the same area. So there's a dramatic difference in the assessed value. The impact upon manufactured homes on a general assessed value of the region they're put in is negative. It's been negative for about 40 years. There are only very limited situations where they have provided a positive attribute to property values. We have made substantial investments over the last 5 years in adjacent properties, very substantial. And you can see this property in the winter when the leaves are off. So it's not a hidden enclave somewhere in the woods. So I ask that the approval of this special permit be denied.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Janeway, have you got a list of anyone, of numbers of people who've made comments or anything? Do you have emails, messages, or whatever that have come into the department?
We do have several. I couldn't tell you exactly how many off the top of my head, but it was more than 3.
Okay. And were they pro or con?
We've only received con emails, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Commissioner Shipley.
Any other lights, sir?
Oh, actually, Commissioner Sharp was first.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman. I just have a couple of questions. So this property was purchased in 2024 by the new owners. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And it's about 3 acres. Is that right? A little over 3 acres.
Yeah, property is roughly actually it's a little over 2 acres. The property is
2.7 acres.
Yes.
Deeded.
Yes.
And there's a structure on it already?
Yeah, there's an existing house. That's his mom's house. So the house is going to be for her son and his family.
Okay. And when they purchased this piece of property, I'm just trying to understand it because I don't,
Mhm.
when they purchased this piece of property, did they need a special permit to
No.
put this other?
No.
Okay.
No.
So in effect, this resolution will reduce their rights. Is that what's going on here?
This
I'm
will
just-
deny them to actually do this house for her.
But by
son.
right, they have it. They can do it right now.
Well, in A1 zoning,
No?
it's only allowed to have a multi-section house. This is a single section house. So we have to file for a special permit through zoning to get an approval to do a single section house in A1, which we did already and got the approval. And there was no opposition here at the time for the RPA meeting.
It's getting harder and harder for people to afford to live
Yes, it
in this
is.
country,
Yes.
in our community. And I don't know. I mean, raising kids is expensive. Having a special needs child, I mean, I can only imagine how difficult that may be. I mean, I struggle with this one. I understand people don't like their neighborhoods to change. A lot of people I mean, how long have these 12 other mobile homes or
they've been there?
They've been in it?
2000, 2002, 2008, they've been around for a while.
If you go right off of Joan Gap Road from 111, there's a manufactured house right there by the road. So it's not like this has just been something that just popped up. These houses have been there.
And then we've had some people move in the last several years, build some big fancy houses up there,
Mm-hmm.
and then don't want the other people that were already there being there. you know?
Correct.
I'm editorializing a little bit, but that's the way it feels to me. This is tough for me. I understand people might not like what comes around, but in a 3-acre piece of property covered in trees, I don't know. I was raised to love my neighbor as myself.
Yeah.
And I understand people's concerns, but I on a 3-acre piece of property, I do not see this as being an unusual request, particularly for a family that's trying to get by and raise a special needs child. I mean, I would like to know these people and understand their situation a little better, but I think that this body ought to work to serve all of our community, particularly those who are struggling to get by. And I understand people's concerns about their neighborhood. Do we have any police reports or any disturbances over at this other property or anything like that? Do we know of anything like that? They're not bothering anybody. Junkyards, we have any health department concerns over here? Does anybody know anything about that? Attorney? No?
There is a junkyard, yeah, but it's nowhere close to the home site. It's actually by the multi-million-dollar houses.
It's nothing over here has come before the Health and Safety Board about it being problematic.
No, sir.
Yep, sir, let's, not from the audience, please.
Please, not from the audience. The only people, we have a gentleman waiting to speak. Are we ready for him, Chairman?
We should probably go through our lights first unless.
Okay, guess you'll got lights. Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'll continue to think, Chairman, I'll yield. I may want to have something else to say here in a moment, but I'll certainly yield and think on this just another minute.
Thank you,
Commissioner
sir.
Chauncey's next, sir.
More lights?
Commissioner Chauncey.
Okay. Thank you, Chairman. So I don't really see anything at all wrong with this. I'm for the resolution. I'm for you having your special permit approved. You got the approval from the planning commission. It
Yes,
was,
sir.
you know, it went through all the proper channels and
Yes,
and
sir.
we didn't hear anything about traffic or flooding
No.
or density.
No.
Only because the big fancy homes shouldn't be next to the non so big fancy homes, which I think is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'll be voting yes for you. And
Thank you.
I hope the rest of you guys can have a heart and do the same.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Name and address, please.
My name's Rick Worley. I live at 2205 Endless Oak Trail. And that is actually a private drive that is across the street from this property. I'm all for helping people out in needs. I really am. The concern that I have with this is it's a single dwelling right now. What they are going to do is add it would be a double, basically family there. There'll be one family in one house and another family in another house. So that is, in my eyes, that is setting a precedence, which will continue on other properties. Where our properties, we can only have one single family dwelling house. So my concern isn't about not helping them out. My concern is the precedence that's going to set in the future on this other property that is vacant. Somebody may, even Clayton Homes or some contractor may come in and buy some property that's 2 acres or less and put two family dwellings on it. So that's my biggest concern.
Sir, thank you, sir. Any more lights, Chairman?
I've got one from Commissioner Shipley.
Okay, Commissioner Shipley.
I guarantee it's a tough deal to make this call. But the mobile homes y'all are talking about that's up in there are double wides. Most of them, I've been up there.
Yeah,
I
most of them are,
live
yes.
right there
Yeah,
for
most
that
of them
matter.
are, yes.
And I know everybody along the route.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, you don't need to comment. Just, it's
Oh, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Shipley's time. Thank you, though.
What you're wanting to do is put 2 now, and this is a special permit to do this. It's not like a normal deal. It's under a special appeal, and the appeal was made, and I have had many calls from people across that area, Jones Gap. I know all of them. They probably feel the same way I do. That we care about the need for somebody. But at the same time, like this gentleman said, once it starts, where does it stop? You're going to have 2, you're going to have 3, everybody's going to try it. I'm not willing to give it a try. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Chairman.
Got another light,
Another
Commissioner
light?
Helton.
Okay, who do we have now?
Mr. Janeway, could I ask you one thing? This is 2.7 acres. If they surveyed off a part of the land, could they do it by right then without special permit?
Single wide manufactured homes in A1 all require a special permit. Well, what I will note though is that A1 allows two structures on any piece of property. The only reason that this requires a special permit is because it's a single wide manufactured home.
Okay, it looks like everything touching it, just from the aerials, looks like everything touching is manufactured. And there's a junkyard across the street adjacent to one of the gentlemen who just spoke to his home. It looks like a junkyard of rather big junkyard. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Any other lights, sir?
Commissioner Sharp.
Commissioner Sharp.
Thank you, Chairman. Just listen, I got a couple of things I just want to say, and I hope I'm not kicking a dead horse and not beating a dead horse. I don't want to, over dramatize this, but I was at the comment was made, where does it end? Where does it stop? In this free market economy that we all love, right? It's interesting to me that this free market economy is great. Unless you're one of the poor folks that can't afford to get by in it. And I was at a United Way luncheon earlier this week, and a statistic that was brought up about Hamilton County specifically was that 44% of working families in Hamilton County with children can't afford to make ends meet. 44% of working families with children in Hamilton County cannot afford to make ends meet. That's disgraceful. And there ain't a whole lot that we can do here to really drive support for those families. But this is one of those things, this one family that we can help support. And I'm going to do that. So I'll vote yes on this. And I hope that others of you will join me. Chairman, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
No
Any
further
more lights, sir?
lights. No, sir.
Okay, we'll call for the question.
Just to reiterate, the motion on the floor is to approve.
Chairman, if I may
Yes,
clear it
ma'am.
up, we have a motion on the table to adopt it. The resolution is drafted to state that if it is approved, it denies the approval of the special permit. So that means that a yes vote is a deny and a no vote approves.
Is that clear as mud for everybody? If
The
you-
resolution is written up to deny the approval of the special permit. So if you vote yes, you're agreeing to deny it.
You want me to ask?
Hold on.
Why was it written to deny?
The decision by the planning commission was to approve. The appeal was to deny. So the resolution is to deny.
Oh, I understand now that a resident can appeal.
Anybody can appeal a special permit by the planning commission and send it to this body. That's what happened in this case. They appealed for you all to deny. So that's why the resolution's written to deny.
Gotcha.
Commissioner Sharp? You know,
Yeah, Chairman, I'm sorry. So I just want to restate it. So I'm going to not support this resolution for the record. And I appreciate the opportunity to say that. And I hope that others on this body will join me in not supporting this resolution. I will vote no, provided the clerk tells me that's what I'm supposed to do based on what I've just said.
That's correct.
Thank you.
all right, so a no vote allows this to move forward.
Mhm.
All right, roll call.
Can we confirm the motion in a second? We've got a motion by Commissioner Chauncey, a second by Commissioner Graham. Is that what you have?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Chauncey,
No.
Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Pass.
Commissioner Helton,
No.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
No.
Commissioner Sharp,
No.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
split.
Graham, you passed.
Gino, I'm sorry. No.
Motion failed.
Point. Yeah, point. Good. We have 2 absent. Do we need 6 votes or 5?
You need a majority of those present.
Majority present. Okay, then thank you. Then it passes.
Thank you, commissioners.
All right, that should be our last item on the agenda. We voted on. That takes us down to announcements. Commissioner Shipley.
Going out.
Commissioner Mackey.
None, sir.
Commissioner Sharp.
Thank you, Chairman. I'll be brief, but I do just want to say, over the course of the last 4 years, I've really enjoyed getting to know our colleague from District 8, Mike Chauncey. We've had some good times and some arguments and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I've enjoyed serving with you, and I hope that we can stay in touch. And a special thank you to Commissioner Graham. Commissioner Graham, you and I have had, as you said earlier, have had quite the checkered past. And, I don't know, some would say we were adversaries from time to time. And though we have not agreed on everything, most things we have, I have appreciated the questions that you bring from this dais. I think that it is a valued addition to this board that we've had. I've appreciated serving with you and overcoming our differences and fostering what I would refer to as a friendship. And I hope that by saying this publicly and acknowledging this dually, that it could be somewhat of a, I don't know, representative for others, hopefully example to follow. It's been a pleasure.
All right, Commissioner Hilton.
Yeah. It's been something. I love you both. Yeah, y'all both taught me quite a bit, for good or ill. I wish you luck.
Commissioner Chauncey.
No one else. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just want to say, well, first of all, thank you for all of the text messages and phone calls, and they're very uplifting. Can't thank you enough for all that. It's been an honor serving all 10 of you gentlemen, and it's been an honor serving District 8. It's been an honor working with all of our staff members. The entire county staff has always been so good to me, especially my staff, Bridget, Faith, and Patricia. Thank you for keeping me straight and organized. And I'm going to miss all of you guys. Congratulations to Commissioner-elect Josh Witchman. I wish you all the success. And I wish each and every one of y'all a prosperous, successful term. And if you ever need me, I'll be around. And like I said, it's just been a wonderful 4 years. It's been a chapter in my life I will never forget. And just that's it. Really, just very thankful for the opportunity. That's all. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. Commissioner Graham, you have served your constituents very well. And I've learned a whole lot from you, as well as a lot of these other commissioners. But Commissioner Graham has always been my first phone call whenever I had a question. And he's an amazing person. And I'm just going to tell you, don't let this election define you. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Commissioner Highlander.
Thank you, Chairman. Political winds change from time to time. And I think what Commissioner Chauncey just said, don't let this election define any of us, win or lose. We need to do what we need to do for the people and for God. And I'm thankful for the 3 gentlemen that are leaving us, and I'm thankful for the 3 individuals who are coming on. And my prayers will go with the 3 of you. And if you ever need me, any of the 3 of you, please call on me. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Ebersol.
Yeah, Commissioners Graham and Chauncey and Commissioner Beck, more than likely is listening in. I want to thank you all. We've agreed on some things and we've disagreed, and that's okay, because we've all tried to represent our folks well. We've had some tough conversations out here. We've had some tough conversations back there. And I appreciate your honesty, appreciate your transparency, and appreciate you speaking your mind, because that's the way it should be. You should never have to wonder. You should always be upfront. And I appreciated both of you for that, and wish you well. I'm here for you if you ever need anything. I was excited to see the housing market information come out in the update. Inventory or new listings is up 13.6%. We got almost 6,000 homes listed in the greater Chattanooga market. Closed sales is up 11, almost 12%. So it means we're selling homes. Price is actually going down because inventory is going up. Days on the market is up a little bit. But I think that there's a lot of things that relate to that. So we've been building. So maybe it's time we slow down some building and sell. And maybe we can look at some of these other markets to build in other than Ottawa. But I will say, he's talked about 44% of our families is, I guess, financial hardship, making ends meet. That's a concern. So what this commission needs to challenge herself with, Commissioner Sharp, is maybe we just need to focus on jobs and more jobs and more jobs, more high-paying jobs in the coming months and years. So, but I wanted to basically say that. But again, Commissioner Graham, thank you, sir. And Commissioner Chauncey, thank you, sir.
Commissioner Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Term limits. We talked about term limits up here. This is a term limit. That's what elections are for, right? And you're right. The tides have turned, and the other side outperformed us. I'm not going to say outworked us because nobody worked any harder than my family or myself. But they outperformed us. They came and they showed up at the polls, and they made their voices heard better than the side I was representing. But the county commissioner, and I don't want to take this for very long. I know I'm probably going to win the microphone, but the golden mic. But a county commissioner, in my opinion, is representing their district to the best of their ability and moving the county forward, whether it be jobs, whether it be new homes, whether it be schools. And we've done more in this term, and I have 2 other terms behind me, but we've done more in this term for schools and development than I've ever seen. And we've done it all by keeping our AAA bond rating, which to me is extremely important. I know a lot of people that I've talked to on the campaign trail doesn't understand the AAA bond rating and how significant it is, but it saves us millions and millions of dollars. So we talked about term limits, and this is a term limit. I'm not dead, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm still a public servant. I still have a heart to serve. So I'm still going to continue what I do. I just won't, and I guess we'll always hold the title commissioner, but it'll be former commissioner now again for me than actual sitting in the seat. But this seat doesn't belong to me. This seat belongs to District 11. And I was fortunate enough to help get District 11 established to get to where we could have more commissioners up here making more decisions. So thank you to all my commissioners and all my colleagues. Sorry. I've learned to love each and every one of you. So thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Thank you for helping me get through District 11. I didn't think I was going to get emotional. So I want to thank my colleagues. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank his staff. Without your staff, Hamilton County is nothing. I mean, our finance team, our parks and recs, every staff member in this county makes this county great. Excuse me. As I said, a commissioner, our job is to take the baton and move it forward. I can't look at my wife with a straight face. But we pass that baton on to the new people coming in and hope and pray. And I truly hope and pray that the new people coming in will take that baton and move this county forward. This is a great county. It's the greatest county in the United States as far as I'm concerned, and we deserve the best. Hopefully, this next group of commissioners will be better than the ones that are here. Not that any of us are shabby. I think we've all done an excellent job. We've gelled, we've worked together well, but I look forward to seeing what the new commissioners will do. I wish everybody well. I wish you all well. Commissioner Beck, if you are watching, I love you, brother. You've been a great friend for a long, long time. And I want to thank my family. I've missed a lot of things serving the district, but hit me, will you? I've missed a lot of things serving the district, but my family has supported each and everything that I've done. Good, bad, or ugly. They're all here. I love each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Attorney Varnell.
No announcements.
Mayor Wamp.
Haley Burton, Mayor's Office, Commissioners, and members of the public. We look forward and hope y'all will join us on this Friday at 11 a.m., 231 Broad Street for the grand opening of the Chattanooga History Experience. And Commissioners Chauncey, Graham, and Beck, we will miss you for sure and look forward to working with the incoming commissioners. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That takes it to me, and it's hard to add much than what has been added. To those of you that have never served in office, you truly don't know the amount of work and sleepless nights, emails, phone calls, and everything that it takes. So to serve in the time that you do up here truly takes a toll on somebody, especially when they pour their heart into their district and into this county and everything that they do. It is exhausting at times. And the three gentlemen leaving, I have seen exhausted many times. Commissioner Graham, in particular, you had a hard time thanking your family, understandably. So let me try to do a little bit of that for you. I try very, very hard never to forget the people who are truly serving this county. And that's the people that are at home, that are here in these seats, that are at every event we attend, providing support. We deal with situations sometimes that are incredibly difficult, incredibly hard. We're making a lot of people mad, often more than we are making them happy, trying to make the right decisions for this county. And without the support of those of you that are at home, welcoming us every day, every single one of us that have somebody to go home to, this job would be nearly unbearable. And Commissioner Graham, I know that your lovely bride is the epitome of that. She loves you so much, she allows us to torture her every time we meet down here by coming to these meetings. She's the only one that I've seen that is that enjoys it that much. But we notice that level of commitment and dedication. So it's not just Commissioner Graham dedicated to his job and his district. It's his family that has been, and I thank you all for that as well, and for the time that you've allowed him to serve with us. And Commissioner Chauncey, same thing. Say your wife might be less on the side of wanting to live that life, but as I understand it, she's seeking a little bit of an office herself, so maybe she is a glutton for punishment as well. I'm gonna miss Commissioner Beck. Truly, I am. He spoke with intent, and I always appreciated that about him and about his district and the people that he served. It's hard when you have a changeover after 4 years. So, gentlemen, you will be missed. Please don't be strangers. And I hope to see you all soon. You want to try again, Commissioner Graham?
I know you're going to hate me for that, but come on, grandkids.
I heard everybody. I know there's more than three.
Thank you. I love you. I love you all. Love you very much. Thank you.
All right, with that, we're going to move on to public. Any new discussion other than zoning, please come up to the mic. Start with your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Alex McVeigh. I am the head presiding judge of the C's 11th Judicial District, which includes Hamilton County, 625 Georgia Avenue. First, I wanted to invite everyone here, as well as those watching, to the Collegedale Courthouse, Thursday, September the 10th. We will be honoring and actually soon to be naming the courtroom after the late Judge Kevin Wilson. Not only did Judge Wilson serve Collegedale for close to 30 years, he also regularly filled in as a county general sessions judge. And so please join us at 6:30 on Thursday, September 10th to honor him. Finally, I want to echo what many of you stated and what Mayor Wamp led with earlier today. Even though the judiciary is a separate branch of government, we could not serve the citizens of this state and county without the support of all of you and Mayor Wamp. From security to courthouse technology to staffing, you all help justice be done in this county. Therefore, on behalf of the 23 city, county, and state judges in Hamilton County, I wanted to say thank you for helping ensure the administration of civil and criminal justice in our county, and particularly to Commissioners Graham, Beck, and Chauncey. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Blake Wright, 3013 West Side Drive, and I just came out today because I wanted to congratulate Joe Graham on an incredible representation of our district. We're gonna miss him. You know, I have to say you're the only politician I've ever interacted with who literally always answered my calls, and if you didn't, you would return them, and then we would discuss things, and you were never one to shy away when we disagreed, and you listened, and you've actually supported me in, you know, scheduling meetings with people that I have questions for. And I have never even heard back from literally any of my other representatives. And so you're like the first politician that honestly gave me hope for local politics and why I got involved. So just want to give you your flowers as you received also at both East Lake and Missionary Ridge Neighborhood Associations, because you were always there. You know, my husband goes to both of them as well, and you're never missing. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate you.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Souls, and I have a mailing address of 5613 Pine Lawn Avenue. And I'm here to respectfully bring to you guys' attention that I will be writing a proposal to ask that you stop the matching of Title IV-E funding to DHS due to my family has been a victim of fraud upon the court from caseworkers for 15 months now. I've been fighting for my grandkids from fraud upon the court. So I will be proposing that you stop the matching of Title IV-E funding to DCS, I'm sorry. That's it. I just wanted to bring the word.
All right, thank you. All right, with no further business, nobody else standing to address the body, our regular meeting is adjourned. We'll take a 5-minute break and return for our agenda meeting.
James, your question.